Hello, I am Raimi. I'm a rising sophomore at St. Anne's High School, and welcome to my final milestone video. This is the complete project, the Smart Garden. So for my modification, my final milestone, I wanted to add this water pump that could talk to the water sensor here and check if the water sensor is reading that the number of moisture in the soil is below a certain amount. And if it was, I wanted the pump to be able to pump water into the plant. So, just jumping into it here, let's look at this water pump. So the water pump is basically just a DC motor that's attached to an impeller. Now the impeller has these bent blades, right? And so those blades are, when the water goes through the tube, they kind of catch onto the water as it's spinning around, and the centrifugal force not only holds the water against those blades, but then shoots it out in a jet stream out into the tube and out of the end, right here. So that's how that works, but it's a DC motor that's 12 volts, right? But the Arduino only gives 5. So how would I get it to spin at all? Well, that's where the motor driver comes in. So I connected to this motor driver, and motor drivers are basically like current amplifiers. So you can attach, I have a 6-volt battery here. This runs on 12 volts, so I'm running it a little bit slower, but you can attach a battery pack to it and your Arduino 5 volts, and it can take that and then send it into the motor. So basically how it works is there's something in here called an H-bridge. Now an H-bridge is made up of a bunch of MOSFETs. Now I like to think of MOSFETs as switches that can kind of turn on and off and let current flow through them, between them. So how it works is that there are 4 MOSFETs, and you talk to 2 of them, right? 2 of them that are on a diagonal, and you have the motor in between. So when you talk to these 2 MOSFETs and you have them, switch on, the current is able to flow through and turn the motor, because it's going around the motor like that and turn it, which is awesome, because then you got your motor spinning with the more voltage and the more current. So that's great, and it's hooked up here, and as you can see, that's where it hooks up to the motor and it pumps. So that's how the water pump works. Now, as you can probably guess, I was playing with water and electronics in this final milestone. So I definitely had some problems. The major of which being that I spilled a whole tub of water onto my project. And it was kind of devastating. It was pretty rough. But luckily I was able to switch out the Arduino, switch out the board, and it worked again. But my advice is that please, if you are dealing with water, make sure it's in a safe, secure spot and kind of a good distance away, so that if it does fall, it goes down. And as you can see, it flows. All right, thank you. That's my project.